Vitamin D is probably one of the more popular supplements, and there's really a lot of data about showing how vitamin D can really be beneficial for depression. What's interesting about vitamin D is that we need proper bile flow to be able to access our fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D. If someone is dealing with these digestive symptoms, maybe they're not really digesting their food correctly, and maybe the bile has become too thick and sticky to flow correctly, because when we're eating food, once it's acidified here in the stomach and it leaves the stomach, then this gallbladder is supposed to squirt this alkaline bile down here into the duodenum. It really helps us digest and bust that food apart, but that bile is what helps us emulsify our dietary fats so that we can also access fat-soluble vitamins. And that can be why a lot of people aren't really getting the vitamin D that they need, is because they just can't process fats correctly. So we need to make sure that bile is flowing correctly. And if you think that could be a problem for you, we'll have a link in the description below for our video on 5 ways to improve bile flow so that you might be able to just access vitamin D a little bit better. But what's important about vitamin D is that it can raise blood pressure. Vitamin D helps us pull calcium out of the intestinal tract into the bloodstream, and that can be very important because that calcium can thicken up the blood and raise our blood pressure. So we see that vitamin D can really improve this low mineral, low blood pressure problem. So that could be a big reason why vitamin D is so popular with depression. It's just helping to raise that blood pressure. The problem is when someone takes too much vitamin D, it can also raise this urine pH right here. So that's something that we don't want to happen if someone's urine pH is already over like 6.1 or 6.2 or so. If they start taking a whole bunch of vitamin D, that can raise this urine pH, and then that can magnify how aggressively insulin is processing glucose and creating more sugar crashes. So as beneficial as this can be for this here, taking too much vitamin D can be problematic for this hypoglycemic people.